Hello everyone, Rogue Fox here, and what was that? I think I tried to fly, yeah. Okay. Alright, let's do that again. Hello everyone, Rogue Fox here, and welcome back to another episode on the Truly Bedrock SMP server. This is episode 11, and last episode, we just finished creating our escape ship, and looking at it, I just realized that I forgot to place in the smokestacks or the steam stacks that I said I was going to put in during last episode, and I guess we'll have to do that hopefully at the end of the episode if we have some time. But as I was mentioning in the last episode, I do have some plans that I want to do, and I was sharing very vaguely with Slack that what I want to do is provide some sort of entertainment upon my ship. Now, I mean, we're supposed to sail into Season 1, right? So, if we're going to be sailing, I don't know how far we're going to be sailing, but aboard my ship, I at least want to have some entertainment. Now, I don't know if anyone is going to be sailing with me, but if it's just going to be me, yeah, I'm especially going to need to keep myself entertained as I'm sailing along. So, what I have in mind is, well, at first what I wanted to do was make a casino boat. Like, as I mentioned, I wanted to do that river, big river boat with the big wheels on the back. But first of all, I don't know how to make one of those, and I'd probably spend way too much time creating that and never actually get around to creating my casino. But yeah, so I scratched that. I went with this little design instead, and I'm only going to be able to fit one casino game, and that casino game is going to be Roulette. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a wheel, but I can do the next best thing. So let me quickly explain what we're going to do here. So we're going to go ahead and step inside. I kind of just started making holes to where I want to kind of plan out where I want all the redstone to go. So right along this wall is going to be our whole game itself and all the mechanics behind it. Now, here I am. So I will pop into the redstone world and give you a brief explanation of how everything is going to work. But what we're going to have here is basically we put in our money, and then we bet on red or black, which is going to be on these sides here. And then we have the chance to win 2 diamonds per every diamond that we place in. Now, I know in Roulette, there is a house's edge, or house edge, that is the green square, like a 0, and then I think in America, of course, only us have an extra slot for the double 0, and that lowers the player's chances of winning. But we're not going to do that. We're going to do a straight 50-50 shot, or 50-50 deal. So that's going to be wired here. The payment is going to go down below, and then of course I have hollowed this whole area out down below to fit all the redstone. So hopefully all of that has made sense so far. Let's go ahead and hop into my redstone testing world and look at how this game actually works. And welcome to my redstone testing world. This is where all the magic happens when it comes to my redstone builds. I don't show this place off too much, but this is where it all happens before I actually create any sort of tutorial. So this is my redstone testing world, and what I want to focus on is this build right down here. This is the chance cube, and this is a tutorial I did a while back. And of course, if you're interested in this build, I will have a link to this video in the description below, and there should also be a card popping up in the top right corner. So when designing this, I called this the chance cube. It's a simple randomizer, so it gives us a 50-50% chance. This was based off of episode 1, Star Wars, of course, where Watto had his chance cube, and then we had the choices of red or blue for the boy or his mother. So how this works, we just press this button here, and by random, we will get a random decision. So this can be yes or no, it can be A or B, whatever you'd like it to be. So we are getting a lot of blue, there's a red, and you get the idea of how this works. So what I decided to do was turn this into a gambling machine. So let's go ahead, and of course I broke this again. Gotta be careful about that. So let's go ahead and go right back here. So this is very clunky. As you can see, it is going to be a lot more compact when we build it, but I just wanted to get the concept down. So you can see here we do have the chance cube that is right here. I switched it to red and black instead of red and blue. So that is going to work just the same. Now, what we're going to have here is our betting. So if we want to bet on black, we flip the lever. And in these droppers here, we have diamonds. So if you happen to pick the right color, this will actually pay out. And of course, you can kind of see how that's going to work. It's only going to pay out if the right one is hit. So we have black right here with an observer. And because the dropper is now pushed down, that will allow this to be powered, spitting out the payment into the chest. And then the same goes for red. So we have this observer detecting our redstone light right back there. And then that will dispense red into the chest if that is the winner. Now, what we're going to do is, where do we start with this thing? So there are a couple things I needed to keep in mind. First of all, I didn't want anyone just coming in and doing that and just immediately hitting something. So you can see this is going to pay out 2 diamonds at a time. So for the payment system, what I wanted to do was make sure you actually had to pay. So right now this is the button to play it. So you can see we have a simple AND gate with these redstone torches right here. And if we press this button, you can see the torch went off, but this redstone line is still powered, and that is because of this torch right here. So we can't just push the button, as I mentioned, and then play. We actually have to pay. So the payment system is worked out right here. We have diamonds for the payment. So let's go ahead. We're going to toss in a diamond. And this will activate our T flip-flop here. So you can see this redstone torch is now off. So as soon as we press this one, that turns off the redstone in this section here, and then this gets inverted, and then that actually sends a signal through, activating this whole circuit here, allowing us to play. So it looks like it landed on red. Let's go ahead and do that again. Got our payment, that turns off, and then we press our button, and then it landed on black, so of course it's not going to pay out. So I know, like I said, this looks very complicated. I know I'm trying to explain a lot of what's going on here, and hopefully this at least somewhat made sense. But let's go ahead and go back to the Truly Bedrock server and work this thing out. And of course, let's make sure this is all going to fit within the boat. And welcome back to the Truly Bedrock SMP server. So let's go ahead and get this project underway. Now, there are a few things I realized I didn't explain after reviewing that clip, but I'll go ahead and touch on those quickly as we move along. But let's go ahead. We're going to get our red kit, and man, it's been a while since we've used this thing, huh? I don't even remember what the last redstone project was. Yeah, I honestly can't think of what the last redstone project was. Was it the skeleton farm? I really have no idea, because yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue on. So, what I'm going to do, like I said earlier on, is the chance cube, redstone, all that is going to fit within a 5x5 area. And then, of course, we are going to have a little bit of extra space, but we are going to use this space for our red and black droppers, or the payout systems. So, we have that. That's taken care of. And I have this hole here because I'm going to run that whole system that you saw. So the payment is going to come down here and activate all that redstone. And then the idea is to have it run up to a redstone torch tower and then activate the whole circuit that powers the randomizer circuit. So let me go ahead and place this in down here because I know I'm going to have to take some time to make sure it all fits. You saw how big that thing was. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I have the payment system circuit all in place, and I know I keep saying payment, I'm just used to calling it that, but this is actually where bets go, so I guess not necessarily a payment, but yeah, this is where the bets go. It's going to come down. So I didn't go over this, and if you haven't seen this one, all we have right here is we have 21 items lined up inside, and you can see I've labeled these RF Casino, so only I have these items, and then I used 1 diamond for the payment. Now, this is being locked up by this redstone block right here. So we have a total of 22 items, and if we go ahead and insert 1 diamond, that activates the circuit, as you saw right there, because we have one power. I always forget how to actually say this. We have a power of 1 coming out for this comparator, but as soon as we place in 23 items, that gives us an output power of 2, which will then power this piston here, extending our redstone block forward, and then that briefly opens up and unlocks this hopper here for our 1 item to pass through. Now, I didn't think this part through, so let's go ahead and remove this chest here. And this is the nice part, is because you can actually see me troubleshoot things instead of seeing a finished product like you normally do on tutorials. So let's go ahead, there's the diamond, and I'll go ahead and demo that one more time. So if we can keep an eye, I know it's a little dark on the screen there, but if you look at that bit of redstone dust, as soon as I place this diamond in, it's going to light up. Just like that. And then, of course, as you just saw a moment ago, it's going to allow our payment to pass through. And then what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to have, once this pushes forward, so let's go ahead and throw it in again. I'm going to place in our payment. That's going to push forward, and what I want to do is have a block here, and then I need a repeater, and then that's going to run into my T flip-flop. So right there. And then, of course, I'm going to have my T flip-flop here, and then that's going to go out, and then hopefully everything works out and lines up perfectly with the circuit above. Alrighty, phase 1 is all complete. We're just going to go ahead and call it phase 1, and that was the payment system. So this will be the floor here, and I'll probably make it look a little nicer. I'll go ahead and probably add a chest or something just so there isn't a random hole in the ground, or maybe even a slab. Who knows? We'll get to that. But this is where the circuit would come up, and then this would be activating our dropper here that we'll get to in just a moment. That will then activate our whole randomizer circuit or chance cube circuit. So all we need to do is throw in our diamond, and there we go. We have ourselves a working T flip-flop. Now, and I'm going to get to this at the end, one of the things I didn't explain is after the game is over, we need to reset that T flip-flop down below, because right now there is no way to reset that T flip-flop, which means this circuit is always going to be active. And yeah, that's just going to kind of mess everything up. So we will have a way to deactivate the T flip-flop after the game has finished being played. So after one round, whether you win or lose, this T flip-flop is going to reset itself, and then this lamp will turn off. But again, we will get to that in just a moment. Well now, this is not right at all, because this was supposed to be centered. So that means I need to shift the whole build over to the right one block, I think. So that should put that lamp there, space, lamp, space. And then, yeah, they'll fit perfect. So, yeah, I was just looking at it, and thankfully I didn't get too far in, and it wasn't too hard to put together. But, yeah, I'm going to have to shift... yeah, I'm going to have to shift this part over to right here. So, actually, that should still be perfect, because now instead of this redstone dust, I just need to put the torch... Actually, that still might be an issue. I'll work it out. Let me go ahead and play with it, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, the randomizer circuit or chance cube circuit, and I'm going to be using those interchangeably because it is a randomizer circuit, but like I said, I did use this for my chance cube tutorial build. So yeah, if I keep using those side by side, then you know why. But yeah, this has been slid over, so it is nice and center now. And as you see here, this is going to be the wall, and right in front of these lights here are going to be some glass. So we're going to have our red, and we're going to have our black. But let's go ahead and give this a test. So we have that would be black, and then this would be... probably helps if I have something to power that, right? There we go, let's do that again. And by chance, yeah, I just happened to hit a red for the example. Who knows what it's going to be again? So I guess red. Again, this is a randomizer circuit, so who knows? So that is all done. Now you will also notice, maybe, that in here I do have, up top, I do have a redstone lamp right there. And an observer that's going to detect that. So what that's going to do is I'm going to wire this to go all the way back down and then power that T flip-flop once again. Because like I said, after the circuit runs its course, it needs to reset that T flip-flop. So again, hopefully this is making sense. You'll see when it's all said and done. But let's go ahead and try this out. So we're going to go ahead and get our diamond and head up top. And of course, we still need to place in the payments over on the sides here. But let's go ahead and give the circuit a test run. So we place our bet, 1 diamond. And that choice would have been red. So if we had bet on red, we would have won. Now, again, like I said, we do need to turn this T flip-flop off, or else this thing is going to stay powered. And yeah, it's just not going to work. So far, everything is working perfectly. Now, all we have to do is run this wiring down to the T flip-flop. So I think it is right one of these. Oh, another block back. Okay, so we're going to have it come down right down here. That's going to run down and then run back into our T flip-flop over on this side. So again, I'm going to go ahead and wire this up, and then I'll be right back. And welcome back. I went ahead and finished up all the redstone for this build. So there were some parts that I was forgetting, and then a few parts I had to switch around to make sure all the redstone was working the way it should. So the part that I forgot is the redstone part that actually allows us to play the game in the first place. So we just have our button here with a redstone torch, and you can see that the redstone line is still powered, and that is due to the redstone torch that we have down below, which is under this block, and that's keeping that powered. Now, in the explanation I gave earlier, I said it was an AND gate, but I do believe the proper term for it was a NAND gate. So by NAND gate, that means both of the redstone torches have to be off in order for this to get an output. So as you just saw, I press it, it's still on, nothing's going to happen, and then you'll see it work in just a bit. So that's all done. I guess it wasn't too hard to work out because I had plenty of space. Like I said, this whole time I was worried about how much space I would have. And then for this whole part, this is done. I'm not going to really get into the explanation of this. It'll just take too long to explain. But we do have a stackable and non-stackable item inside that gives us a different output. And then, yeah, like I said in the video, I explain it a lot better, a lot more clear. So we're not going to get into that. But what we have here is our observer that's going to detect the movement of our dropper here. That's going to send a signal to this block, powering this redstone, extending our piston. And then if we hop down below, our piston is right here with the redstone block on its face. That will push down, powering this redstone line. And then this will power our T flip-flop once again, resetting the whole thing. So yeah, hopefully all of that made sense. And then I went ahead and redecorated these with some wood blocks just to make it look neater. And what I like about this is the fact that I can do maintenance if I ever need to, so I can easily get through everything. Like I said, I was really worried about space, but as you can tell here, I am doing pretty good on space. So let's go ahead and, oh, I have the diamond on me. Let's go ahead, head up top, and then we'll test this whole thing out. And I just realized that I forgot to place an observer going this way, and I didn't really explain the payout system, but I'll just go ahead and do that. This is very straightforward. I just have a lever, redstone down below, powering the piston, and then this pushes our dropper up. Now, I think this alone right here just makes it such an amazing build because of this right here. You can't do this in Java Edition, so I'm sure you could work out this whole build in Java. All this is pretty straightforward, but because of this makes this build so much easier and so much more compact, because I'm not even sure how you would even work this area out for the payout system in Java. But anyways, getting sidetracked, let's go ahead and explain this. So let's say I'm betting on red. That comes up. This is going to have our money. So let's go ahead and place, it's going to pay out 2. So we'll just go ahead and place it. I guess I have apples in there. Okay, that one's paying out apples. So let's go ahead. We're going to say we're going to bet on red. So once this gets powered right here, our observer is going to detect that redstone lamp, and then it's going to give us our payout. So let's go ahead and give this a whirl. So we have our diamond. And again, like I said, you just can't walk up and play it. That's not going to work. And then if we throw in our diamond, you hear our T flip-flop, and then we can go ahead and play the game. So in this case, it hit black, so we just lost a diamond. And I probably should have brought more on me to explain it. But yeah, I've just been testing it out with one diamond running up and down. So let's go ahead and place our bet on red once again. We're going to do that. It's ready to go. And there we go. So we just won ourselves 2 diamonds. And we would have just broken even because we bet 2 diamonds and we finally made 2 diamonds. So yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty fun game. So I'm really excited with this, and because of all the profits from the shop, I can provide the diamonds to pay out. And hopefully if everything works out right, we make more diamonds from this thing than we do in paying them out. So this is done now. The only thing left for me to do is to decorate it. And I have finally finished with my casino design. And I think what I'm going to call this place, since it is roulette, I'm going to go ahead and call this Rogue's Roulette. So maybe I'll have a sign up top somewhere letting people know, but I do have the instructions on how to play the game right here. And if we take a look inside, you can see how to play Rogue Roulette. So overview, 1 diamond per play, 50% chance to win, 2 diamonds. And then, as I explained, we're going to pick red or black and then flip the corresponding lever. Throw your diamond onto the black carpet, which will go into our betting or payment system. Push button to play. And then, of course, hopefully someone plays again, and all they need to do is repeat steps 1 through 3. So hopefully that is a good explanation of how to play this, and this is what I came up with. I know I don't have a lot of room to work with, but I went ahead and went with the red carpet because I felt like that was a very casino-like feel. There's the black carpet where they place in their bet, and then, you know, we have an ender chest right here because most of us, I think, keep our diamonds within our ender chest. So, you know, I want to make it easy access for anyone to get to their diamonds so they can spend more here. And what I went ahead and did was place a stack of diamonds in each dropper. So hopefully the house doesn't lose too much to this. So it is a 50-50% chance each way. So there's 64 in there. We can go ahead and place that back. And let's go ahead and let's just give this a final run through. So everything is all covered up, nice and decorated. And I also added these lights down below so people will know what color they're actually betting on. I know it's kind of hard to see where the dropper is if they're even looking for it. So I just went ahead and made it easy so we clearly know we're betting on red. So let's go ahead and toss in our diamond. And then, of course, we can't play it right now. Nothing's going to happen until we throw in our diamond. We hear the T flip-flop, and then we go ahead and do that. And, oh man, we hit black. So, of course, the dropper isn't up there, so we're not going to get anything out of it. Let's go ahead and play another diamond. And let's see if we can hit red here. Boom. Okay, there we go. So, there we go. There is our payout of 2 diamonds. And again, we did break even. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this back into the dropper. So, this game is working perfectly. Now, I would say the only con to this, and this is where honesty is the best policy here. I guess that's probably not the right term, but just everyone being honest. I guess to cheat this system, what you could do is have both of these flipped at the same time. So I don't have any way to counter. So if this one's on, I don't have a way to lock this up, which maybe I can look into in the future. But like I said, hopefully everyone is being honest. They are only playing one lever at a time. And there we go. So that is the whole build done. And Rogue Roulette is now open for business. And I do believe that is all the time that I have for today. If you take a look right behind me here, you can see I went ahead and added in those smoke stacks or steam stacks, whatever. Still don't know what they would be. I would assume steam. But anyways, sounds a little more eco-friendly than smokestacks. But yeah, I have placed those in. All I did was use some polished andesite. I was going to say diorite. I don't know why I would say that. Polished andesite, and then we do have the new andesite walls on top to make those little stacks right there. And then as far as this is concerned, obviously I'm going to need to place in some sort of dock here and decorate this area. I went ahead and made a carpet going in, so that looks nice. And yeah, we just take a look right here. This is very, very plain and very boring. So I am going to have some fun doing some decorating with this, some terraforming, some landscaping. Again, I don't know if anyone's going to build here, but then again, I don't know if anyone can, because right on the other side of this, I believe, is all of Foxy's stuff here. Now, don't tell him that this happened, but let's see. Yeah, so there's his base right there. So don't tell him this happened, but the other day when I was talking to Slack, a creeper blew up over here, and yeah, kind of just put the place back together. So no damage was done to his base, but yeah, I just kind of had to make it look like nothing happened. So again, that is going to be a later project. Probably work on that next episode. And that is pretty much it, everyone. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This has been Rogue Fox, and I'm out. I'll see you later.